new movie thing show where we take movies that are in theaters and tell you what we think about them. I'm Meg Turney.
I'm Steve Zaragoza.
Now remember, if you can't make it to the cinema this weekend, you can always go to netflix.com/SourceFed for a free month of instant streaming and join us on our other movie show, Movie Club.
Ooh, warms the heart.
It's so much fun.
So today we watched Gangster Squad, and that movie is about all sorts of gangster craziness. There's an evil bad guy, and then there's a gang of cops that want to shoot the evil bad guy and stop him from taking over Los Angeles. It's a roller coaster
of fun. So, quickie review. If you go in expecting a serious film, you're probably not gonna like this movie, but if you go in expecting something wacky and ridiculous, you're gonna like it. Go see it.
My quickie review is, man, this movie is not very good. It's almost like the remake of Dick Tracy. I wish they would have marketed it as more of like a tongue-in-cheek kind of comic booky, like not to be taken seriously type movie. Then I may have enjoyed it a little more, but it's not. It takes itself way too seriously.
The film stars Sean Penn as the bad guy Mickey Cohen. Emma Stone is kind of like the sexy lady in the movie.
Ooh, for all the boys in the audience. Some girls probably.
Ryan Gosling is the sex of the movie. Josh Brolin heads up the Gangster Squad.
Also, Robert Patrick, who was the T-1000. That dude was like a six-shooting westernman with a cool mustache. And then Giovanni Ribisi was in it. He was alright. And also, Nick Nolte was in it. He talks like this. It's weird to see Nick Nolte nowadays, like, in a serious role. I don't know. I know he's done serious roles, but, like, his voice is so gravelly, it's almost like a joke. Is that your Nick Nolte impression?
Yes, it is.
Can you get any gravelier than that? Alright, that's better. Definitely not, it's not a human sound, but it's close.
This movie is also packed full of that guys. Like, you'll see somebody and be like, oh my god, that guy!
Yeah.
We said it probably 15 times in this movie, so get ready for that, guys.
A lot of character actors. Yeah.
Absolutely. And speaking of all the actors in the film, the performances actually were pretty solid across the board, except for one notable exception, which breaks my heart. Sean Penn. Ooh. What the hell happened, man?
I know, we expect
Every
so much.
line is so serious. It's like nobody told him it was like kind of a tongue-in-cheek kind of movie, and it's just he's way overblown.
I thought Ryan Gosling was probably my favorite character in the whole movie. Dude is he's very likable, he's funny, he's kind of like, I know this is such a weird comparison, but if this movie was like Ghostbusters, Ryan Gosling is the Bill Murray of the movie. He's kind of comical and he's not taking things too seriously, and I enjoyed watching him.
I also did enjoy Emma Stone. She does some things with her eyes that I thought was really interesting.
Emma Stone is pretty to look at. She's a beautiful girl, and I think she's a great actress, but I think in this role, you could have taken any Hollywood actress and interchanged her in the role. I don't think it needed to be Emma Stone, but she was pretty good.
Moving on, now it's time for Love It.
And Hate It. You're a dirty rat. I'm a mobster and you're a rat. You ratted on me, and now my business is gonna go under. That's not even a mob voice. My Love It would be, there's not much to love about the movie, honestly. Ryan Gosling, like I said, is pretty cool. The movie's just too wacky. Like, if I had gone in knowing it was going to be kind of wacky and tongue-in-cheek, maybe I would have enjoyed it a little more, but there was no indication of that in the trailers whatsoever. And I would say my Hate It would be that Sean Penn bummed me out so much. He just bummed me out. I wanted to like him. I mean, look, Sean Penn is one of our great actors of our time, and he usually knocks it out of the park in every movie I see him in, but in this one it was just like nobody told him it was a comedy. And there was that crazy line in the movie, which I will never forget. So Sean Penn is with this guy who's like, no, I'm sorry, I wronged you. And Sean Penn's like, whatever. And he leaves the room, and then he pokes his head back in, and he's like, you know the drill, to his thugs. And the thugs take the guy, and he's like, no. And they take a drill, and they start drilling his head. You know the drill? Really? Is this Batman Forever? Is this Adam West Batman? I could not believe Sean Penn said that. Okay, anyway, that was my Hate It.
My Love It would have to be, I didn't go in expecting anything in this movie, and I loved how ridiculous it was, because Steve and I, honestly, I get it. If you were expecting a serious film, you're gonna hate how ridiculous it is. But Steve and I were in the back row cracking up. I had a fantastic time watching this film because it literally was every single cliche thing they could put in a movie.
But to be sure, we weren't laughing with it. We were laughing
we were laughing at it. But that's the thing. That's what I loved about it. I had a great time watching this movie because it was so damn ridiculous. My Hate It would have to be, there's an opening sequence, like during the title sequence, of Sean Penn punching a punching bag, and it's like this disgusting old muscle rippling in slow motion.
It was almost like college students got a hold of a red camera.
Oh yeah, there's a sequence toward the end of the film where everything is in slow motion and close up, and there's like bullets hitting the ground for no reason. It has nothing to do with what's going on. And then like a Christmas ornament falls off a tree and a bullet goes through it and it just explodes. Ooh. And it literally looked like a college students got their hands on a red camera for the first time ever, and we're like, let's just do cool stuff, you guys.
Right, because then they'd be like, let's do super like undercranked footage of an old guy hitting a punching bag so you see his muscles. Basically a visual kind of like a visual mess.
So my final thoughts are, if you go into this film expecting something serious, you're gonna be disappointed, but go in expecting it to be wacky and ridiculous, and take your friends and make jokes during the movie, and you're gonna have a fantastic time. I do give the film 3 penny apples out of 5 because it was well acted, but it was just kind of a shit of a movie.
So my final thoughts are, man, the movie's a mess. If I, like Meg said, I had been told that it's kind of silly and funny and not to be taken seriously, maybe I would have enjoyed it a little more, but unfortunately it took itself a little too seriously, and the trailers did not match the tone of the film at all, and it was just kind of a big disappointment. I mean, again, I wasn't super looking forward to this movie either. I do love the mobster genre, I love The Sopranos, I love The Untouchables. I don't know, I expected more from these big stars, and it turns out that the script was just kind of a mess, and it was kind of a cliche, one cliche after another. And if the movie had starred Ryan Gosling, because I liked his character so much, maybe I would have enjoyed the movie a little bit more instead of Josh Brolin being the lead. So I don't know, maybe that would have made it a little bit better. My score for this film would be 2 out of 5 Ewok hugs. Wah, wah. Yeah, I probably will never see it again. I would never own this movie, and if I did watch it again, it would be definitely just to make fun of it with a bunch of people who have never seen it.
We are not the only people who did not care for this film.
That's true.
On Rotten Tomatoes, it's sitting right now around a 50%. 33% of critics liked it, and 77% of users liked it. So it's a bit of a popcorn film where, you know, you're having fun, but critically,
wah, wah. And also IMDb gave it 7.2 out of 10, so not so good.
Sorry, Gangster Squad. Well, that's it for New Movie Thing Show.
Oh, wait a minute. You reminded me. There's a moment in the movie where I turned to you and I said, man, they're all the Gangster Squad dudes, the 5 dudes, are all drinking and having a good time. They're celebrating their kind of minor win. I turned to Meg and I'm like, man, they're totally gonna be like, we're just a Gangster Squad over here, aren't we, boys? And literally right after I said that, I forgot whose character it was, but they're like, wow, we're a Gangster Squad. And then he drinks his beer and I'm like, you've got to be kidding me.
I choked on my soda. It was so perfect.
This is a joke. We're watching a comedy, is what I thought at that point.
So that's New Movie Thing Show. Join us next week when we'll be checking out another new film. And if you can't get to the cinema this weekend, you can go to netflix.com/SourceFed to get a free month of instant streaming and join us on Movie Club.
Please do. I'm Steve Zaragoza.
I'm Meg Turney. I'm gonna get you, see?
Oh no! Hey Meg, you know the drill. We're a Gangster Squad.
Gangster Squad.